How's it going, everybody? This is Seer here, and today we have the blog post for this upcoming week. Now, this is called Monkeying Around, and there's some interesting information in here. A little bit more of a teaser recap as far as the upcoming Age of Annihilus, more red stars for Knull, and the Fallen Dimension. Now, I know there was some data mines that went out there talking about needing G20 on the Vigilante. I don't know if that was actually going to happen or not. I think that Scopely would be smart enough to know not to do that. So I'm more in the camp that I don't think that was actually intentional and just kind of got put out there, but we'll see. But let's go ahead and take a look at this blog. So on April 19th is going to be the King of Black. This is basically the more red stars once we unlock or get more yellow stars on Knull himself. On April 21st, which is Monday, we're going to have the Battle Pass featuring Havoc. So I know the current Strike Pass doesn't have any character on there, so having it to where Havoc is in it, it's actually kind of welcoming. A Hitmonkey becomes available on this day along with the launch of Fallen Dimension, which is at Pocket Dimension. We have an event for Monkey Business and Crimson Storm, and I think this date is incorrect. This is the Quick Rumble. That's usually on Thursday or Friday, I forgot which. That's like the only day of the week I actually do end up blitzing. So, Hitmonkey swinging your way. So this is basically on April 21st. This is just the kind of standard release information for him. Hitmonkey does generate ability energy for the Vigilante team. He has an auto turn either heal or damage ping attacks as well. So he's a pretty good character for the Vigilante team. He has a turn 1 stun, I believe a trauma, and also lower the enemy revive chance. That was kind of a buff that he ended up giving. It's still the Vigilante team, so it is kind of what it is. Let's go ahead down here. The Age of Annihilus. The drums of war echo across the universe, signaling imminent doom. Annihilus approaches. The Negative Zone Warlord's massive war against the multiverse is set to begin soon, ushering in not only the Age of Annihilus, but also the new Age of Marvel Strike Force. If you haven't already, you definitely need to check out our 3 recent blogs. Now, these are the blogs that cover the big updates and improvements coming with the Age of Annihilus. So yeah, there was massive changes coming to the game. Basically the chapters, the seasons, the store, basically the new intel store that they mentioned down here. The blogs dive into how chapters will work during the Age of Annihilus, the completely free and incredibly powerful legendary characters you'll need to unlock in order to battle against Annihilus, and the way we're streamlining currencies with the intel store. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it or heard about it, the first legendary character is a war offensive powerhouse character in Quasar. So very excited about that. We can't wait to bring everyone the incredible future of Marvel Strike Force with the Age of Annihilus. So be sure to check out the blogs. If you prefer the Age info in video format, head to our YouTube page and watch our Strike Spot videos with all the big details from the community manager Pathfinder's interview with our general manager Ryan Jacobson. Dig through the topics you're most interested in to gain more clarity and prepare for a fun journey. So they did end up doing a live Q&A as well. They answered a few more questions on there, such as Fantastic Four. Are we going to get a rework for them based on the Fantastic Four movie? They basically said Human Torch is getting a rework, so pretty excited about that. Curious what other characters are going to get reworked, because there's going to be the 3 legendary characters. They pair up with Annihilus, but they said there's going to be 2 reworked characters that we can kind of use in the meantime. My personal guess is going to be Nova and Philovel. We'll see what ends up happening. So the Age of Annihilus Chapter 1 is right around the corner, so stay tuned for the official start. Now, Fallen Dimension. This one here had a lot of kind of a pushback and kind of what's going on, because in the data mines it was saying there was going to be G20 required on the Vigilante characters. There's no mention of that on here. I don't know if that was supposed to happen, then they kind of removed it, or if that came out mistakenly, because that could end up happening. Regardless, no G20 required. However, it looks like the Omega is going to be pretty difficult. So let's go ahead and read this. Fallen Dimension. Strike sensors detected a pocket dimension that appears to be one enormous city ruled by criminals. Pretty cool. This world is a nightmare for your average citizen, but it's a playground if you're a vigilante. Luckily, there's a squad perfect for this job. Activate your vigilante team and top skill characters for the special assignment. Yeah, we know we're going to have to use vigilante for this, right? There's no way we're going to be able to get through this without probably at least Silver Sable, would be my guess. Maybe we need Hitmonkey. We're about to find out. Requirements. You'll need a minimum of 5 characters for every node, except for node 6, which only allows 3 characters. We need Hitmonkey, don't we? We need the 3 new Vigilante characters for this, don't we? We're about to find out. There are no gear requirements, but we recommend having characters at a minimum gear tier 17, 4 yellow, 3 red, and level 5 green ISO 8. 4 yellow on the new characters when we're just getting Hitmonkey. I really hope we can make up that yellow star by using gear tier 19. Regardless, I'm worried about this portion here. If we say we need 4 yellow for Hitmonkey and Silver Sable for new characters at G17, I don't know how this is going to play out. If you are kind of a newer mid-game player, please keep me up to date as far as how difficult this is going to end up being for you, because I really want to know. So here's your individual mission requirements. So they said mission 6 here. We're going to highlight that. So mission 1, Vigilante or skill for 2 missions. Then it goes Vigilante or skill and city. So we need skill city characters for mission 3 or 4. Mission 5, Vigilante, skill and villain for this one. And then Vigilante or skill and cosmic is mission 6. And mission 6, they say here, we need 3 characters. You only allowed 3 characters. So the 3 new Vigilante or skill and cosmic. That's going to be Lilandra, Thanos Endgame, and who's another good cosmic skill character? I'm pretty sure we're still going to need Vigilante for this regardless. Mission 7, Vigilante or skill and global, skill and villain, skill and global, skill and villain. And then mission 11 is skill and cosmic again. Then the boss is skill and global. So I'm curious how this is going to play out. I really am. There needs to be that fine line between flat auto content that's kind of boring, not engaging, and difficult, challenging combat. I believe that's why they're going with these 2 different things where we have Omega. I'm okay with this. The fact they don't have G20 on here, I am very happy and ecstatic about. So I'm curious how challenging this is going to be and what the reward difference is going to be. But let's go ahead and finish reading this. In exchange for bringing justice to this lawless dimension, Strike is rewarding commanders with diamond orbs, purple ISO, gold, training modules, armory 18 and 19 orbs, crimson gear materials, crimson raid orbs, and professional primate orbs. I'm curious what's going to end up happening in here. Afterwards, challenge yourself in an Omega version of this fallen dimension to earn more professional primate orbs. So this tells me that these rewards are going to have some pretty good characters in there, or resources, whatever it's going to end up being. The fallen dimension opens up on April 21st, 2 p.m. I'll try to hop on right at launch so I can do this content live on Twitch. Make sure to follow me on there. My descriptions or my information's going to be in the description below. But it does look like we need to clear this first in order to open up Omega. So let's go ahead and read this Omega. We've all got a juicy mission for our top commanders. Fallen Dimension Omega is a true test for the cream of the crop. With deadliest enemies you'll find in this dimension, if you've got what it takes, we have some nice professional primate orbs, so more orbs that will earn you even more points towards the monkey business event. I'll believe I have a chart pulled up for that, so we'll take a look at the chart. Omega orb requirements, or Omega requirements. All missions, including the final boss, will require 5 vigilante characters. So that means we have to have Hitmonkey, and it says all missions, which includes that mission 6, where it says 3 characters only. Fallen Dimension will require a level 90 and be challenging content for you to conquer. So level 90 requirement, we are able to get up to level 105. So I'm curious how far we can push, like how much of this is level 90, and then how much of it would be, we need to be level 105. That's what I kind of want to know. Fallen Dimension Omega begins on April 22nd at 2 p.m. This is okay, So Fallen Dimension regular opens on the 21st. The Omega opens up a day later. So that's good to know. So I'll hop on Twitch both days so we can go through both runs on this one. Command Center, King in Black, earn Knull Red Shards. The Knull Red Stars milestone is back. If you unlock Knull during this April Siege, this is how you earn his Red Stars. When you unlock Knull, you also unlock a special milestone, King in Black. Play every day in a Blitz with Knull to progress through the King in Black milestone, and you unlock Red Stars for Knull. The King in Black begins on April 19th. That is on Saturday. So if you unlock Knull or rank him up to 5 stars, you will see the milestone. So this is important. Unlock, that gets to him at 4 stars, or rank him up to 5 stars, then we can see the milestone. Friday Free Claim will give us See No Evil milestone points, X badges, and 5 Silver Sable shards. Twitch drops is going to be 1 hour for 2 million gold, 2 hours for 200 power cores. I like power cores. 4 hours gets you 500 L3 training modules. Now we have the X-Man in Space event. So for the monkey business, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. I do have a chart as well that we're going to take a look at. How to score: battle in raids with vigilante characters, earn professional primate orb fragments from the Fallen Dimension, and open up 5 of the limited Daredevil Modern Diamond orbs. This is your last chance. So there's going to be 5 limited Daredevil orbs this time. So initially there was 1, then it went 2, then 3, and now it's jumping up to 5. The orbs are like $15 each, and they're not great. It's actually cheaper just to spend the $20 and get the milestone points that way. So the first 2 events, I did end up purchasing those, and then I kind of learned my lessons. So go for the straight milestone points because the orbs are not great. The big rewards are going to be G19 Bio Gear and X Coins. Leaderboard, dig up diamonds for Hitmonkey, Mutant G20 gear. Yes, I need this. So I am currently at the global hero portion. This will allow me to get Emma Frost X-Men for the global hero. It's going to allow me to get Shadow King for the villain Cosmic, and Havoc for the Cosmic hero. That's going to finish up all of my mutants. I am ecstatic about this, so very happy. X-Man in Space rewards, Cerebro Helmet, X badges. Let's go ahead and take a look at the chart. So here's the leaderboard. So I've been trying to stay around the top 1500. That's going to get 200 pieces each. So that gives you 75, 150, and that's about how many characters, how many gear pieces. It's usually 3 per, so that's 75 per. So that gets me about 2 characters and 2 gear pieces. So I only need to farm up myself some additional to get about 1.5, 2 more pieces, and then my mutant portion's done. If you guys can hang around the top 2,000 or 3,000, that's going to get about 180 or 130. So if you can hang up here, then you're pretty much getting a decent amount of this Crimson G20 pieces. As far as the chart goes, let's go ahead and take a look. How friendly is this going to end up being? So raid with the vigilante character. Let me pull up my calculator so we can do some quick napkin math. So we have 75,000 points for the vigilante. So we have 5,000 points each. So that's going to be 15 raid battles. Doing that between the skill section and the start of the spotlight, you should be able to do fine with 15 attacks on there. So we have 75,000 points there. Earned 1 professional primate orb fragment. There's no limit on this, so we don't know how many orb fragments we're going to end up getting through the regular run of Fallen Dimension and the Omega, but this is going to be how you really push on the leaderboard, is by doing that Fallen Dimension Omega portion on there. Raid with Hitmonkey at 5 yellow. I'm not doing that. Mine's going to be like 3, maybe 4 yellow tops. Raid with Silver Sable at 5 yellow. I used some power cores. She's close to 5 yellow for me. I might end up pushing on her to get to that 5 yellow personally, so I get that 2,500 extra points. We'll see what I end up doing though, as far as that goes. battle in raids with Daredevil Modern 5, 6, or 7 again. Mine is now 5 yellow, so that would get me an extra 1,000, but I know free to play won't have that, so I'm not going to count that portion. Open 1 Daredevil Modern Diamond Orb. Again, it's cheaper just to buy milestone points than these orbs. And then earn 1 Monkey Business milestone point. So we don't know how many points we're going to get for this. So if we only calculate the battle and raids with the Vigilante team for the 75,000 points, that gets us to milestone 12. And that gets us... Ooh, that's a decent ways away. That is 23,000 point difference. So going from 75,000 to 98,000, that is crazy. So 98,000, yeah, that's 23,000 points. Is that how many orbs we get during the Fallen Dimension for just the regular run? Because nobody's going to end up having like these 5, 6, 7 yellow on the Vigilante new characters. And the Daredevil Modern orbs are cash only. So based on the Monkey Business milestone points, maybe we get points on that while we're doing the Fallen Dimension as well. So we kind of double dip on the orbs and the milestone points. But it's still 23,000 points. As far as X coins go, if we just count the X coins up to that helmet, let's see what that gets us. 25,000, 50,000, 65,000, 80,000, 110, and 125,000. So that's 455,000 X coins, which we should be able to do that just based on the Vigilante team for the raids. Hypothetically, if we end up pushing to the Cerebra helmet, and if we can push for the extra points for 24,000 points to get the extra 170k, that could be pretty enticing. But we need to know the primate orbs, because this is 2 points per orb fragment and the milestone points for that Monkey Business. So that's going to be interesting. I definitely want to get more information on this one. Command Center Starlight Vigil. Continue visiting the Command Center to check off tasks that reward an X-Man in space milestone. Spend Vigilante Showcase Energy, battle in raids with Vigilante, upgrade Vigilante gear tiers, and battle in Cosmic Crucible with Lilandra. This is going to get the monthly milestone progress. Crimson Storm. This is how we've been getting some Havoc shards just by doing the Chaotic Storm raids, which is great. And then the Quick Rumble is actually April 25th. So that was a typo at the top. So April 25th is the Quick Rumble. Blitz with the X-Force characters in here. So yeah, I'm very excited that we're getting the Mutant G20 leaderboard. So once that one's done, we should get the Bio one done. And by the time that one's finished, the Race to X, I believe, will end up kind of wrapping up, because there's... Based on the timing, I believe that's what they're doing. They're trying to make sure everybody has a chance at one origin trait of each leaderboard. But let me know what you guys think. I'm very curious about this Monkey Business as far as those extra points, where we're getting those hit monkey milestone points and everything. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have one for the rest of the day.